third chapter of electricity, that is practical electricity. All right. And in this practical electricity, first we will learn about potential divider. Potential divider is a very important concept because most of the MCQs are related to this topic. Okay. And then we will learn the transducers. Transducers are, we can also operate in potential divider. Okay. So let me tell you students that what is potential divider. Potential means voltage. Divider means that it is a circuit which is dividing the voltage among different resistors. I'm repeating, beta. Potential divider is a circuit which is dividing the voltage among different resistors. So you can see, students, it's a type of series circuit only. Assalamu alaikum, Abdul Rafi Ahmad. Students, we have started the third chapter of current and electricity, that is practical electricity. All right. It's a simple series circuit in which these are the two resistors. These are the two fixed resistors which are connected in series, and it is connected with a battery. All right. So this battery voltage will be divided across these two resistors. Okay. So I'm repeating, students, potential divider is a type of series circuit in which we will use to divide the voltage across these two components. Suppose that the students, let me draw a potential divider circuit here. This is a DC battery of 10 volt. All right. And now I'm connecting two resistors in series. So this simple circuit is called potential divider. All right. And you can see, student, it's nothing. It's a simple series circuit. All right, it's simple series circuit. And if I'm taking both resistors of equal value, Walaikum Assalam, Abdul Rafi Zain. Beta, we are discussing the third chapter of current and electricity, that is practical electricity. We have started the third chapter, practical electricity, and this chapter is very important. All right, and it has calculation as well and many logics as well. And inshallah, after completing this chapter, we will start the fourth chapter, that is static electricity. All right. Right now, I'm discussing potential divider. Now you can see, beta, if I will take both resistors value same, like R1 and R2 value is same, so it means, beta, the voltage will be divided equally across both resistors. I'm repeating, voltage will be divided equally across both resistors. So each resistor will get 5 volt. Okay, each resistor will get 5 volt. All right. So now, students, if I want to operate a lamp and the operating voltage of the lamp is 5 volts, so I can easily connect the lamp in parallel combination with one of the resistor. All right, I can easily connect the lamp with a parallel combination of one of the resistor. All right, because if I will operate the lamp directly with a 10 volt battery, so obviously it is double with, it is the greater voltage. All right, and it can burn the lamp. So it means, student, I'm simply using a potential divider circuit to divide the voltage. But what would happen if I will use the unequal value of resistor here? All right, if I will use the different values of resistors, so how can I find the voltage across each resistor? So let me draw the circuit again, students. This is a battery, all right, and this battery has 10 volt. This is one fixed resistor R1 and its value is 100 ohm. And this is another resistor R2. Its value is 200 ohm. All right. Now, students, this circuit has been completed. Now, if I am asking you to find the voltage across the R2 resistor, all right, if I am asking you to find the voltage across the R2 resistor, so how should I find, beta? I am telling you direct formula to find the voltage across the R2 resistor. So how can we use this formula? That is, output voltage is equals to R2 divided by R1 plus R2 multiply by input voltage. So you can see, student, this formula is very simple. Okay, I am finding the voltage across R2. So I will keep R2 in numerator in formula, divided by sum of resistance must be in denominator, multiply by input voltage is 10 volt. So now just I need to put the values here. R2 is 200 ohm divided by R1 is 100. R2 is 200. multiply by input voltage is 10 volt. Now students, output voltage is equals to 200 divided by 300 multiplied by 10. So now students, solve this and tell me what answer you are getting. Hurry up. Hurry up students. 2 divided by 2 multiplied by 10 divided by 3. Okay, Hafsa is saying 6.67 volt. Well done, beta. Okay, Vanya. So we are getting 6.6 volt across the resistor R2. Alright, and very simple, if I want to find the voltage across R1, so I will subtract this voltage from the total battery voltage, that is 10 volt. So now students, voltage across R1 resistor is equals to total voltage is 10 volt minus 6.6 volts. So it means, yes, Hafsa, we will get the voltage 3.3 volt. Or if you want to use formula, so just you have to do one changes. What is the change, students? We will replace R2 by R1. All right, we will replace R2 by R1 and we are able to calculate the voltage across R1. So it's a very simple circuit and you can see it's a simple series circuit. It's a simple series circuit. So the examiner will give you this type of question in MCQs. तो स्टूडेंट्स क्या मिस्टेक करते हैं, फर्स्ट डे पहले टोटल रेजिस्टेंस निकालते हैं, फिर करंट निकालते हैं, फिर उस करंट को रेजिस्टेंस से मल्टीप्लाई करके वोल्टेज निकालते हैं. तो यू आर फॉलोइंग 3 steps जस्ट फॉर 1 mark. So you are wasting your time. Don't need to waste your time for MCQs, beta. You can use this direct formula in series circuit to find the voltage across any particular resistor. Is it clear to you, everyone? Okay, so I hope you all have noted down this thing. Well done, Abdul Rafe. Now, students, I have added one past paper question which will help you to understand the concept of this potential divider. All right. So now you can see in this question, they are saying the circuit is designed to light up a lamp when the input voltage exceed a present value. So input voltage is not given. You can see these are the two resistors which are connected in series. It is R1. I am labeling this resistor R1 and its value is 20 kilo ohm. And the second resistor is R2 and its value is 12 kilo ohm. And the output voltage across R1 is given, which is 5.3 volt. Now we have to find the input voltage. So again, students, we will use potential divider formula to find the voltage across R1. And they have given us the voltage across R1. So it means, beta, in formula, we will keep R1 in numerator. So now, students, I am using the formula output voltage is equals to R1. I am keeping R1 in numerator because this voltage across R1 is given. All right, divided by sum of two resistors multiplied by input voltage. So this time, beta, output voltage is given, which is 5.3 volt. R1 is 20 kilo ohm. I'm not converting the kilo ohm into ohm because this kilo will be cancelled later. All right. Now R1 is again 20 kilo plus R2 is 12 kilo multiplied by input voltage. Now students, 5.3 is equals to 20 kilo. So 20 plus 12, we will get 32 kilo multiplied by input voltage. So this K and this K must be cancelled. All right. Okay, Hafsa. So now student, you can see I didn't convert it into kilo from kilo ohm to ohm because these K will be cancelled. So this 32 will move towards the left side and this 20 will move in this position, beta. It will be divided. So now bit 5.3 multiplied by 32 divided by 20. So what input voltage we will get, everyone? Ayan? Zain, what answer you are getting, beta? Ahmed. Hafsa is saying 8.48 volt. Everyone is getting the same answer. Okay, Khatija is also saying input voltage is 8.48 volt. All right, Zain. So now you can see, beta, by using the potential divider, just by using only single formula, we can find the input or output voltage. Otherwise, if you will use the series circuit formula, so the question will become little complicated. All right. Now, students, I hope you have understood this thing. I'm going to clear the screen and I'm moving towards the next topic, that is variable potential divider. Variable potential divider. Variable means now I can change the voltage within the circuit across any particular resistor. And in this circuit, I'm using variable resistor. So that's why it is called variable potential divider. All right. I'm repeating, students, variable potential divider is a type of circuit which is used to vary the output voltage. All right. So this is the circuit which can be asked in your exam. All right. You can see it is a variable resistor. All right. And this variable resistor resistance can be changed. All right. So it means we can vary the resistance within the circuit. All right. This is the symbol of potentiometer basically. It's a symbol of variable resistor. All right. And you can see a voltmeter is connected across this variable resistor. All right. So now there is a fixed resistor which is connected in series. And this must be the input voltage. All right. So we can vary the output voltage by changing the resistance. So how it is possible? Now, let me tell you one thing, students, that voltage and resistance are directly proportional to each other. All right, I'm repeating, beta. Voltage and resistance are directly proportional. If resistance is at minimum position, so it means that voltage across it will be minimum. Like suppose that, students, this is a 10-volt battery and this resistance is fixed. Suppose that its value is 100 ohm and this R1, and this is a variable resistor R2, and this R2 value can be changed from 0 ohm to 1000 ohm. All right, from 0 ohm to 1000 ohm, its resistance can be changed. So now what I'm doing, I'm setting the R2 value at minimum resistance. R2 value is minimum. So if R2 value is minimum, so it means that it will have the less voltage across this resistor. So voltmeter reading will be minimum as well. So it means very less voltage. Like for example, if this is a 10-volt battery, so hardly 1 volt will appear across this voltmeter and remaining 9 volt will be shifted across the R1. Because together sum of these voltages must be equals to 10 volt. Are you understanding this thing, students? These values which I'm using, I'm just giving you example to make you understand that how we can vary the voltage across this potential divider. Now what I'm doing, students, slowly or gradually, I'm increasing the resistance of this variable resistor. So as I will increase the resistance, so it means that the voltage across this resistor will increase and same voltage will appear across the voltmeter as well because it is connected in parallel. Suppose that, students, now I have set the R2 value at 100 ohm. So this is also 100. This one is also 100. So now, students, both resistors have same value. Okay, Hafsa. Both resistors have same value. So it means they will get the equal voltage. अच्छा, मैं start से explain कर देती हूँ. देखिए बेटा. Suppose that initially the battery voltage is 10 volt. This is a fixed resistor R1 and its value is 100 ohm. This is a variable resistor R2 and we can vary its resistance from 0 ohm to 1000 ohm. And let me tell you one thing, beta, that resistance and voltage are directly proportional to each other. Okay? Resistance and voltage are directly proportional. If you will vary the resistance, so voltage across the resistor will also change. Okay? So initially what I'm doing, I'm keeping the resistance value very low, R2 value very low, like suppose that R2 value is 10 ohm. So it's very small resistance as compared to this one. So it means if the resistance is small, so according to the relation, resistance and voltage are directly proportional. So voltage appear across this resistor is also very small. So very less voltage will appear across this resistor. Suppose that the resistance is very small, so hardly 1 volt will appear across this resistor. And same 1 volt will appear across the voltmeter as well. So this voltmeter will give us the reading 1 volt. ठीक है, यहाँ तक clear है students? Now what I'm doing, I'm increasing the volt resistance of this resistor. Like suppose that now I have set the resistance R2 at 100 ohm. So now this resistor value and this resistor value is same. If both resistors values are same, so voltage will be equally divided among these two resistors. So each of the resistor will get 5 volt. तो देखिए बेटा, initially जब resistance कम थी तो we were receiving 1 volt. Now I have increased the resistance, so now we are receiving 5 volt. So it means we are varying the voltage within the circuit. We are varying the voltage. Now what I'm doing, I'm increasing the resistance and now I'm setting the R3 value at 500 ohm. 500 ohm. So you can see the resistance is quite high. So according to this relation, if resistance is greater, voltage across this resistor will be greater. So might be possible it will receive 9 volt. अब यहाँ पे 9 वोल्ट आ रहा है तो यहाँ पे 1 वोल्ट हो जाएंगे. तो देखिए हम सिर्फ एक वोल्टेज को वेरी नहीं कर रहे, इसको इस रेजिस्टर को कंट्रोल करके हम दोनों रेजिस्टर के अक्रॉस वोल्टेज चेंज कर रहे हैं. सो नाउ दिस रेजिस्टर इज रिसीविंग द मैक्सिमम वोल्टेज दैट इज 9 वोल्ट. So basically, by changing the resistance of this variable resistor, we can vary the voltage. ठीक है, तो ये क्वेश्चन एमसीक्यूज में आते हैं. हाउ द एग्जामिनर विल आस्क यू क्वेश्चन. एग्जामिनर आपको इस तरह क्वेश्चन देगा कि इनिशियली द रेजिस्टेंस इज वेरी लो. So what should be the voltmeter reading? Obviously, the voltmeter reading will be also low. And if I'm connecting the second voltmeter V2 here, so this voltmeter reading will be higher. All right. But if I am increasing the resistance of this resistor, so voltage will increase. If V1 is increasing, so V2 must decrease. क्योंकि देखिए दोनों का सम लाजमी टोटल वोल्टेज के बराबर होगा. तो एक वोल्टेज इंक्रीज हो रहा है तो लाजमी दूसरा वोल्टेज डिक्रीज होगा. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस थिंग स्टूडेंट्स? I'm asking this question from everyone. Have you understood the concept of variable potential divider? All right, excellent, beta. So now you can see this is the another version of variable potential divider. In this circuit, we are using rheostat. What is rheostat? Rheostat is a type of variable resistor. This one is potentiometer. All right, and this one is rheostat. Rheostat is a device which is used to vary resistance across the resistor. All right, and this is the movable contact. If we will keep the contact at the lower position, so it means resistance is minimum. And if I will keep the contact at the middle of this value, so it means resistance is exactly half. And if I will keep this contact at this position, so it means resistance is maximum. So you can see beta, this is rheostat and we can vary the resistance by using rheostat. Let me show you the picture. This is the picture of potentiometer. आपके फैन के रेगुलेटर में यही पोटेंशियोमीटर लगा होता है जिसको जब आप रोटेट करते हैं क्लॉकवाइज तो फैन स्लो हो जाता है एंड व्हेन यू विल रोटेट एंटी क्लॉकवाइज तो फैन की स्पीड तेज हो जाती है. ठीक है, एंड दिस इज rheostat. These devices are now obsolete. कोई भी यूज नहीं करता इसको. ठीक है, नाउ राइट नाउ दे आर यूजिंग ओनली इन द फिजिक्स लैब बिकॉज दे आर वेरी ओल्ड एंड they have very less power appear across these devices. So these devices are called rheostat. This contact can be moved left and right. This is a sliding contact. We can move. If I will keep this contact at this position, so resistance will be minimum. And if I will slide this contact and place at this position, so it means resistance is maximum. Clear, students? All right. So now let me show you the circuit. For example, student, I want to increase or decrease the speed of the fan with the help of a variable potential divider. So how this circuit will work? This is the battery. All right, it has suppose that 10 volt. Now I'm connecting one fixed resistor. This is R1. It has fixed value like 100 ohm. Usually a small resistor is always connected in this circuit. Now this is a potentiometer. A variable resistor is connected across R2. Now students, this is a fan motor which is connected in parallel combination with this resistor. Now, what we have to do, I want to increase or decrease the speed of this fan. I'm repeating students, I want to increase or decrease the speed of the fan. So how can I do this thing? So what I will do, suppose that I want to decrease the speed of the fan. Okay, I want to decrease the speed of the fan. So fan speed will be decreased when less voltage. Downward arrow is showing less voltage will appear across the fan. So it means the fan speed will be decreased. So less voltage means we have to decrease the resistance of this variable resistor. So if I will decrease the resistance of this variable resistor, so very less voltage will appear across this resistor and same less voltage will appear across this this motor as well. All right. So it means beta, the fan speed will become slower because it is receiving the less voltage and remaining voltage will be shifted across this resistor. But if I want to increase the speed of motor, if I want to increase the speed of motor, so it means I need to increase the voltage. And how should I increase the voltage? According to relation voltage and directly proportional to resistance, I will increase the resistance of this resistor. So if the resistance will be greater, so voltage across this motor will be also greater. So the fan will run with the maximum speed. So are you understanding student the application of potential divider? अब आप सोचें अगर मेरे पास ये सर्किट नहीं होता तो एवरी टाइम आई नीड टू रिप्लेस द बैटरी, मुझे फैन की स्पीड स्लो करनी है, मुझे 2 वोल्ट की बैटरी लगानी पड़ेगी। फैन की स्पीड सेम करनी है तो आई नीड टू डिस्कनेक्ट द सर्किट एंड देन आई नीड टू connect the greater battery so that the fan speed will become greater. So we should be thankful to the potential divider circuit just by rotating this potential knob, so we can vary the resistance so that the voltage across the resistor will be changed and we can speed up or slow down any motor or any equipment. Clear everyone? Any question here beta related to this topic, potential divider? No? All right. Okay beta. So I need to show you one question. Question number 6. Look at this question number 6, which I have taken from your past papers, beta, MCQs component. In this question, they are saying a potential divider is connected across the terminal of 6 volt. So you can see it's a 6 volt DC battery. All right, this is a fixed resistor whose resistance is 6 ohm and a voltmeter is connected in parallel combination with this resistor, which is V1. This is a variable resistor. Its resistance can be changed and a voltmeter which is connected across this resistor is V2. Now they are saying when R, what is R? R is this variable resistor. When R is adjusted to 6 ohm, it means they both have the same resistance. So voltmeter reading V1 and V2 are equal, obviously, because both resistors are same, so they will receive the same voltage. They will receive the same voltage, so it means voltage will be equally divided across each voltmeter. So each resistor will get the 3 volt voltage. All right. But now what they are saying, what happens to the reading when the resistance of R is then increased? So देखिए बेटा, we are increasing the resistance of this resistor. And I told you this relation that resistance and voltage are directly proportional. So if R will be increased, so voltage across this resistor will also increase. एंड इट विल इंक्रीज द वोल्टमीटर रीडिंग. इट मीन्स अब 3 के बजाय मुझे 4 या 5 वोल्ट मिल रहे होंगे. अब अगर यहाँ 5 वोल्ट मिल रहे हैं तो बेटा टोटल बैटरी का वोल्टेज तो 6 वोल्ट ही है ना, तो ये 3 नहीं रहेंगे फिर, क्योंकि 5 + 3 इट विल बिकम 8 वोल्ट. तो ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता ना कि बैटरी के वोल्टेज से ग्रेटर वोल्टेज मिले. ऑब्वियसली इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. So it means 6 minus 5, we will get 1 volt. So it means V1 reading will decrease and V2 reading will increase. ठीक है, क्योंकि V2 की रीडिंग इंक्रीज हो रही है तो ऑटोमेटिकली V1 की रीडिंग डिक्रीज हो जाएगी. सो वेल डन हफ्सा. B is the correct answer, that if I'm increasing the resistance value, so voltmeter reading will increase across this resistor and this voltmeter reading will decrease. Clear everyone? Have you understood this question, beta? If you have any confusion, you can tell me, I will explain you again. Clear, all right. Okay, students. Now I'm moving towards the next topic, that is input transducers. Transducers. What are transducers, beta? Transducers are variable resistor. All right, I'm repeating. Transducers are variable resistors whose resistance can be changed with the change in mechanical energy. I'm repeating, transducers are variable resistor whose resistance can be changed with the change in mechanical energy. So basically, transducers are type of device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. All right, I'm repeating, transducers are resistors which will convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. These transducers are also called sensors, like your mobile touch screen. Your mobile screen is also a transducer which can sense your touch, the physical motion, and it will convert this mechanical motion into electrical signal. So basically, there are lots of type of transducers. There are many types of transducers like pressure sensor, heat sensor, light sensor, touch sensor, motion sensor. But in our syllabus, beta, there are only two types of transducers. One is called thermistor. This one is thermistor. And the second type is LDR. LDR stands for light dependent resistor. I'm repeating, LDR stands for light dependent resistor. You can write the full form of LDR. ऑल राइट, देखिए इस तरह के होते हैं थर्मिस्टर. इट्स अ वेरी स्मॉल इन साइज, वेरी लो स्मॉल साइज आईसी. या आप लोगों ने अगर रोबोटिक्स पढ़ी है तो रोबोटिक्स में आप लोगों ने आईआर सेंसर भी पढ़े होंगे. आईआर सेंसर आर आल्सो हीट सेंसर विच कैन सेंस द इंफ्रारेड रेडिएशंस. All right, so these are transducers, students. I'm repeating. And what, sorry, these are thermistors. Therm means heat, thermal, temperature, and ster is the half word of resistor. So it means it is a type of heat resistor whose resistance can be changed with the change in temperature. All right. I'm repeating, thermistor is a type of heat resistor whose resistance can be changed with the change in temperature. All right. Students, you have to draw this symbol in your register. It is important because most of the time in theory paper, examiner will ask you to draw the symbol of thermistor for 2 marks. For 2 marks, and the symbol of LDR as well. All right. So draw these two symbols, beta. Thermistor symbol is very simple. It is a resistor with this line. And LDR symbol has a resistor with these two arrows which are showing that the light intensity is showering on this sensor, on this resistor. Draw these two resistors, students. Beta Hafsa, this one is LDR symbol. This one. A resistor with two light arrows. And these arrows are incident on the resistor. This is the IC of LDR. These are the ICs of thermistors. IC means integrated circuit. Transducers are not conductor, beta. They are semiconductor devices. I am repeating. They are semiconductor devices. Semiconductor means they have, sometimes they will behave as conductor and sometimes they will behave as insulator. So transducers are semiconductor devices which have electrical properties in between conductor and insulator. Okay, done students? Have you noted down these symbols, beta? Zerlish. All right. Now let's have a look on the details of the thermistor. I want to just tell you one thing about the thermistor and LDR. First, we will talk about thermistor. As I told you, beta, thermistor is a breakup of two words. Therm means thermal and thermal means temperature, heat. All right. And ester is the half word of resistor. So thermistor is a simple thermal resistor whose resistance can be changed with the change in heat energy. All right. Thermistor is a type of resistor whose resistance can be changed with the change in heat energy. So beta, remember one thing. Thermistor temperature is inversely related with resistance. All right, thermistor temperature is inversely related with resistance. Like if thermistor temperature or surrounding temperature will increase, so thermistor resistance will decrease and current will increase. Please note down these points, beta. They are very important. I am repeating, if the temperature surrounding the thermistor will increase, its resistance will decrease and current will increase. All right. And the next is, if the temperature of the thermistor is decreasing, so its resistance will increase and current will decrease. All right, everyone? Please note down these points, beta. They are very important. And you have to memorize these things, beta. If the temperature of the thermistor is increasing, so resistance will decrease and current will increase. Similarly, if temperature is decreasing, like if there is cold in the atmosphere, so temperature will drop, so resistance will increase and current will decrease. Now, students, we have to design a circuit in which we have to operate the heater. ठीक है, मैं चाह रही हूँ मैं एक ऐसा सर्किट डिजाइन करूँ जिसमें मैं हीटर को स्विच से कनेक्टेड ही रखूँ, मुझे बार बार स्विच ऑन ऑफ करना ना पड़े। जैसे ही नाइट टाइम हो हीटर ऑन हो जाए, बिकॉज इन नाइट यूजुअली द टेम्परेचर विल ड्रॉप. But as the day will approach, so it means in daytime, temperature intensity will increase, temperature will increase. So heater should be switched off automatically. So now we have to design a circuit by using thermistor or by using potential divider. I'm repeating, we need to design a circuit by using thermistor or by using potential divider. Now students, this is a battery which is operated at 20 volt. All right, it is a fixed resistor R1 and this is a second resistor which is thermistor basically. And thermistor resistor is R2. Now I'm connecting heater. This is the symbol of heater, students, with two lines. All right, this is the symbol of heater. So you can see I have connected the heater in parallel combination with a resistor R2. All right, I have connected the heater in parallel combination with the R2. So now how this circuit will be operated? So first of all, beta, suppose that this is daytime. In daytime, temperature will increase. Temperature will increase. तो अब आप लोग मुझे बताएं कि डे टाइम में टेम्परेचर ग्रेटर है. यहाँ देखिए इस सर्किट में कोई भी स्विच नहीं है जो कि इस हीटर को ऑन ऑफ करे. आई डिडंट ड्रॉ एनी स्विच इन दिस सर्किट. तो इसका मतलब हीटर विल ऑटोमेटिकली टर्न ऑन एंड ऑटोमेटिकली टर्न ऑफ जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस थर्मिस्टर. तो नाउ स्टूडेंट इन डे टाइम टेम्परेचर इन द सराउंडिंग इज ग्रेटर. तो अब मुझे बताएं थर्मिस्टर की रेजिस्टेंस ग्रेटर होगी या स्मॉलर होगी? Yes, students, I want answer from everyone. Why only few students are replying me? टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज हो रहा है तो रेजिस्टेंस क्या होगी बेटा? अयान, जैन, वेल डन स्टूडेंट्स, रेजिस्टेंस डिक्रीज होगी। और अभी हमने पढ़ा है कि रेजिस्टेंस एंड वोल्टेज आर डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल। तो if the resistance will decrease, so it means that the voltage across the resistor thermistor will also decrease. तो बहुत ही लेस वोल्टेज आएंगे यहाँ पर, यानी कि अगर ये 20 वोल्ट का बैटरी है तो हार्डली 2 या 3 वोल्ट आ रहे होंगे इसके अक्रॉस। तो आप लोग मुझे बताएं, सेम 2 और 3 वोल्टेज विल अपेयर अक्रॉस द हीटर एज वेल बिकॉज दे आर कनेक्टेड इन पैरेलल। तो इतने कम वोल्टेज पे क्या हीटर ऑन हो सकता है? इज इट पॉसिबल स्टूडेंट्स? सपोज कर ले हीटर का ऑपरेटिंग वोल्टेज है 15 वोल्ट, 15 वोल्ट पे ये ऑन होता है, तो ये तो 2 और 3 वोल्ट पे ऑन हो ही नहीं सकता। इसका मतलब ये है कि ड्यूरिंग डे टाइम द हीटर विल रिमेन इन ऑफ कंडीशन because very less voltage will appear across this thermistor because the temperature in the surrounding is greater. Abdul Rafi, are you understanding? Ishal? यस, अब्दुल राफी एंड निशाल। अब जो मुझे रिप्लाई नहीं करे इसका मतलब ये है कि वो क्लास में प्रेजेंट नहीं है, उनकी एब्सेंट ही मार्क होगी। ऑल राइट अब्दुल राफी। इशाल? अच्छा, नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, सपोज दैट एज द नाइट टाइम इज अप्रोचिंग सो द टेम्परेचर विल स्टार्ट टू डिक्रीज। इशाल, आर यू इन क्लास बेटा? इन नाइट टाइम टेम्परेचर विल स्टार्ट टू डिक्रीज, there is cold outside. So if there is cold outside, so the temperature is decreasing. If the temperature is decreasing, so it means the resistance will increase. Resistance will increase. So if the resistance is increasing, so it means beta, according to this relation, resistance and voltage are directly proportional. तो जब resistance increase होगी तो voltage भी क्या होगा? Increase होगा। तो maximum voltage like 15 to 18 volt will appear across this resistor. 15 to 18 volt will appear across this resistor beta, and we know that the operating voltage of heater is 15 volt. तो ये तो ज्यादा वोल्टेज मिल रहे हैं, तो हीटर विल टर्न ऑन इन द नाइट टाइम। हीटर विल गेट ऑन। तो देखिए बेटा, so in this circuit we don't need to connect any switch, we don't need to hire a person, or nobody need to turn on and turn off the heater manually. So heater will turn on and turn off automatically because of the help of this thermistor. Did you understand this circuit, students? Yes, students, did you understand this? All right. Now, students, write, Zen, are you understanding beta this topic? Write next heading LDR. I'm repeating, write next heading LDR. LDR stands for light dependent resistor. Light dependent resistor. So it's a type of resistor whose resistance can be changed with the change in light intensity. Our light meeting will be over. Inshallah, we will continue in tomorrow. Light dependent resistor. So now students, let me write here, if the light intensity is greater, so it means the maximum light is shining on it, so its resistance will decrease. Same concept as we were applying on the in the thermistor. And current will increase. ठीक है? और if the light intensity is decreasing, so it means resistance will increase और current will decrease. तो light intensity increase होने का मतलब है डे टाइम, और light intensity decrease होने का मतलब है नाइट टाइम। यहाँ तक बात समझ में आ रही है स्टूडेंट्स? ठीक है। अच्छा, इंशाल्लाह इसका सर्किट वी विल डिस्कस इन नेक्स्ट क्लास विच विल बी टुमारो, कि हाउ वी कैन टर्न ऑन एंड टर्न ऑफ एनी लाइट और एनी लैम्प ऑटोमेटिकली by using the LDR